It began. It began with 3 pillars, the foundation for UW Esports, pushing ourselves to greater heights.
Community.
Career.
Competition.
Oh yeah. Reminds me of Toronto Defiant. Toronto Defiant Yakpung. Reminiscent of that, of just juggling everyone into the corner there.
Maybe that'll be the game changer here for UW.
Maybe. Oh my goodness! What an angle by Wizard!
Wow. What a shot.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Overwatch 2 that we're broadcasting today right from our UW Esports channel. Thank you for joining us today. We got some exciting Overwatch 2 planned for us today, and who we have with me here, this would be none other than, well, actually, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Typo. I was here last week, and I am doing. What are the types of casting again? There's like the.
You mean color and
Is color like the analytical one, or is that like?
So color is the analytical, and then you also have play-by-play.
All right. I'll be the non-play-by-play.
You'll be a non-play-by-play. We've got some really experienced casters right here. Don't worry, I've just covered a more experienced role, not to throw any shade on Typo. I'm Pandabear. You can call me Nelson as well. I'm a senior here. Actually, I'm going to be graduating really soon, and that's exciting. But we got a match here with our UW team in the Overwatch 2 Spring 2024 Championship match. And they're facing Penn State University White today. And we should have a very exciting series here.
And we've got a pretty conventional comp from coming out of UW. We've got the Honor Brig with the Monkey, one of the all-time staples. And we're dealing with a Arissa comp come from Penn State University, which is not really that common smell. I know she's been a lot better since her fall off was completely removed. But it does seem like a bit of a brawl comp that may be hard to get in with.
Yeah, what I do think about this Arissa comp is that aside from the Arissa, it's kind of hard to tell that this team is brawly. So it's kind of more of a mix as we see Penn State prioritizing the high ground here. And then we see this skirmish on the low ground here, but Noise just gets hit so early on the flank, and now the Arissa has jumped out to contest the Pandabear. It's gonna be really tricky without pressure on the flank, as that is a great javelin spin that completely forces the Monkey out of position. He's gonna have to back off for now. I think he gets caught here. This is a pretty well executed hope ball, I suppose.
No help, very good place to get not able to. And in a situation where they didn't really have to. All of the other teams were talking about they had no appointment. No way to kick the Monkey off the other side of the plane.
Whoa, that's a big. Forget about Tracy, who was thinking this was a win-in for Noises. And now this is a man advantage, and the rest of health is dangerous below. Does that fortify, but no lethal heals anymore. This is still pretty quickly over off the back of that. Headshot with the rail gun.
Again, the Tracer this time is not going to issue too much in the task. The Tracer with the job in this kind of situation is just play the backside of the opportunity to install it. So when he's playing up front into the enemy team, the whole team's on high ground, he's sort of just like sending himself to the target. Because no one else to shoot there, they're able to find it.
Now, as we see, we have our first real ultimate by starting to come up here. We got probably a Nano Monkey coming coming in, but we got also the Kitsune Rush and the Terror Surge ready. And we see the Ico contest coming here. Great! No problem. That's going to kind of disrupt this initial now we get some portraits coming out here. But there's still a little bit to play with as the team comes down. But the counter rally is going to ensure to pick on the Sojourn here. They've been looking really good for stuff.
Yeah, they traded flex switch at the start. The automatic a little too close to where this fight happened. Probably on the high ground as the fight happened, and then the Nelson got immediately on top of her. However, in a comp like this, where if you trade, where the Arista has a lot less flexibility and ability during the fight, unless they're able to immediately find more kills after the Ana kill, the chain kills, they end up in a situation where they sort of just run out of steam versus like sustain and mobility with the
Importantly, the sleep dart on the Arista as they tried to press on the high ground, kind of prevented them from keeping the high ground and gaining the positional advantage here. As now the UW has three ranking games out there, and now the Primal Rage going to come out and now they're definitely not going to get any time. Great move to get the high ground though.
Even better bash to stay on.
This ends now.
Bash back on time.
Oh, okay. And now there's taking the third time really quick here. Three down, and there's no touch the point. Everyone just dies off the point.
Yeah, this helps just really hard to play into the retake. It's okay when you have control of the point and you have this Arista sitting on high ground that can't be dislodged, assuming there's no like primal to kick the rest of your team off. But when they're trying to retake, it's really hard for the Arista to do anything, and they threw away their biggest opportunity, which was that first fight where they got their pick for free.
So what have you been up to?
The Tracer was just
Seeing anyone?
Right.
Oh my gosh, Lena!
This kind of pokes out works best when you have the high ground, but being denied of the high ground after they lost the point was really difficult for this comp to deal with. But now you see the Reaper coming out, and this is now much more of a brawly play style.
Yeah, this is also just a much better map for this. It's much more close quarters. There's the lower area is a close stock area. There we go. It's much closer to the point, and in fact, better access to the point than the high ground.
In fact, we see also designed the opt for the Arista on this particular point. But the interesting different approach is as Penn has opted not to go for the high ground, instead opted for point control, and only now UW is starting to come around. But there's a lot of shelters here in this lower area that Penn is able to stay around it. But they have actually given up point control and taken the first thing done here as the crazy goal Typo is
Got punched out. Sorry. Got pushed out when Wixen's and the rest of the team early on. So there's no other and the Alyssa on the other team was forced to hide behind the, not really a pillar, but in the doorways. They lose all the map control and they just don't really
Right, the entire team's happy to play underneath that. The Tracer's really by himself. But now we see the crease swap here. Now this is really going to incentivize this kind of everyone stick together, very brawl into their play style. And Mr. Sal's going to need to be careful about the Hinder.
I do think that the first line
no Hinder. Oh my god, it seems like the dive initially didn't work as the cleanse comes out to keep the Kree up after the Hinder was just a toss them to no effect. But it's UW able to make the best of it, and sustained damage is just too much, and the Kree falls anyway. And now Penn State needs to really start worrying about the kind of vulnerabilities in their squishies here, and really try to stay together as this comp really needs to stay together in order to survive. But we got 5 ultimates coming out here for UW, and that's going to be really difficult with still coming online for Penn State.
I have a hard time seeing this Reaper ever do.
Breaking them down.
hinder that catches down noises there. And now that's a lot of the place pressure gone, and Penn State for now are gonna get the kind of fortress that they wanted down
It's go time.
Yeah, but now look, he opens up the left side. But oh no, Stingray didn't have any cooldowns available and goes down. Huge mismanagement of Blue trying to contest the point instead of allowing them to come back online. But now we're just to squish it left to contest the point, and yeah, Yarn surviving that one as Creed. The point from there contest, but yeah, it sounds like a little bit too late to do anything about it. Things are looking good for Penn State for a moment, but UW is going to take that first map, and oh boy, that does feel like a missed opportunity there.
Yeah, for sure. They really kited out all these UW ults really well. UW maybe forcing the issue a little too hard, not really setting up for their angles quite well. There was no they only really ever had the Tracer flank pressure. They didn't set up any other kind of angle when they went for their Kiriko rush, plus the forcing the Orisa cooldowns. But they're just not able to close out that fight. Tracer really good in these low number situations, and they're able to clean house.
And yeah, overall the architecture of the university map did seem to favor Penn State a lot more, and I really do think that when Penn State are able to get the defensive setup that they're looking for, that they're actually quite strong. But UW is playing in such a way that, yeah, we saw that in the last map. It was kind of difficult for the Reaper to get a good amount of values, as UW are just probably correctly decide with our comp, we aren't going to win the straight brawl to brawl. So you play a little more pokey, and the knowledge of how to play that matchup really comes in handy here.
Yeah, the Reaper just not able to get anything done. He's a hero that needs close range, and the Tracer doesn't. And the Sojourn can just play away, and with those things going on, it's just so hard for the Reaper to contribute on the map.
Right.
Because we're seeing an Echo matchup versus the Echo hero that
and double monkey, which makes sense for this map given the high ground here. Stingray's almost thinking that's the trigger for UW to start their dive here. And actually, Stingray's low enough that he might get taken out here. No, the bubble's going to be able to keep him up. But UW has gained a lot of space on the point, and they aren't able to keep the Echo up. And that's a huge portion of their DPS now gone. As, yeah, kills are trading back and forth, but this is going to favor UW more often than not. The monkey is still here for now, trying to pose problems, but without backup DPS, this is going to be a little difficult. Now, wait a second, Dallas goes down, and now there's only one support remaining, and the spawns here are not super favorable for UW in comparison to some of the other maps of this nature, and this might actually, yeah, Penn State are going to be able to capture this point. I'll be honest, I thought that UW was on offense for a little bit, I'll admit that.
I see. Yeah, really great job from Ichi holding his bubble in that first fight. Stingray used it really early, had to leave, and then that gave him a massive advantage with the bubble engage. With no counter bubble or no ability to hold the backline back. You said he was low HP, it's because he initially took a trade trying to farm ultimate and then didn't have his bubble going to the next fight.
Yeah, you really want to have the bubble and use it on your terms, not on the enemy terms, and that was really decisive. And there comes the pulse bomb. It doesn't hit, and now Akitoa is going to not be able to get out, actually. UW did a great job of collapsing onto the Tracer, and the beat is going to keep everyone up through Primal Rage. And yeah, no matter how angry you are, you aren't going to be able to chew through beat. And that's going to be this fight going in favor of UW after maybe a bit of an overcommitment from the Tracer.
Yeah, definitely going for a solo hero play there. Maybe feeling the pressure. They feel like they keep losing these scrappy fights. He was trying to get an early advantage, but not able to find it, and then is actually the one picked off instead.
Yeah. And look at this ultimate advantage too. 4 to basically just 1. And you have to think that UW is going to be able to handle only a beat. But Sneaky, gets him caught out and can't get healed through the bubble. And that's actually a trade of Sojourns here. It's still anyone's game, but there comes the only ultimate that comes out. But Guardian doesn't get the beat! And gonna go down. Dallas is gonna get saved with the cleanse, and yeah. This is gonna start looking pretty dicey without a lot of healing here, and yeah, no recall. Akitoya goes down, and yeah, this is now the ultimate advantage starting to come into real play here. Nothing after the beat.
Oh, but Penn State finding the counter kills all of a sudden with the closer spawn. They might actually.
A little bit. Oh, he's sick. Yeah, and that.
Oh my!
Oh, nonsense. Just better.
Kind of popping off.
Yeah, things were looking real dicey for a little bit, but yeah, as long as Noison's alive, you can never count UW out of these really scrappy fights. The Tracer really proving super valuable when the picks start trading. Now that's a lot of the ultimates have been expended, and UW might not have a lot of gas here for this particular fight. Actually, the beat is coming, actually, so this could be good.
They're already up the monkey kill, though. I don't think they need to use anything else. They can save this all for the cap, the full-on cap.
Yeah.
Stingray maybe getting a little too aggressive here, hoping to get some value out of his ultimate, but not able to find anything, but not even able to get it off where he goes down.
Yeah. He's not switching here, right? He's just ferrying. Yeah, just ferrying. I would imagine you don't swap up with his beat, especially.
I don't know. Beat is not important. We all know that.
Beat's not important?
No. It's so unuseful. You know. Yeah. All it does is just give people like just like a shield or something.
All it does. I mean, okay, fair enough. But yeah, UW weathered the storm, and now with its half reset from disengaging from the Sojourn ult, they should now feel pretty good about this particular fight. And now here comes the beat and Kitsune rush trade. But yeah, Sneaky's popping off with railgun, and yeah, 2 picks. This should be more or less game over here. Not able to build any other ultimates in time for Penn State, and yeah, with no beat to survive the Sojourn ultimate, that's gonna be it. UW really is able to make these engage and disengage plays really effectively.
Yeah, really great patience on the Sojourn ult. They initially did a sort of a soft dive, trying to trade bubble cooldowns and monkey cooldowns, and without the bubble and no beat, there was no answer to the Sojourn ult. And I'm surprised Stingray didn't just immediately primal and try to kick Sneaky around. Sneaky had just several free shots, and he connected on almost all of them.
Well, if you give Sneaky room to work with, then well, you've asked for it. And yeah, I really love the control of the tempo. Admittedly, on offense, you do get to decide when you want to take fights. So tempo is slightly more your favor, but even then, it's really impressive how well UW was able to just kite the Sojourn ultimate, and even beyond that, just general playing around this map with the monkey as a high ground. This has worked so well here. So now we're looking at this, it looks like the comps are mostly the same, with one notable exception. The support line for UW is changed up to Ana and Brig. What does the Brig bring to this composition?
Brig is just the classical anti-dive hero. It brings a lot of stability to your backline. It's a lot less aggressive, but it enables your Ana, a much greedier support hero than Kiriko, to do a lot. This is one of those all-time classic lineups, the Ana, Brig, Monkey, and UW loves it.
Yes, and then the nanos that you get to pump out. Here's the dive on a high ground. UW doesn't look super interested in contesting that for now. and they're gonna kind of allow it. Not gonna be that big of a deal, but here's the dive from both sides. You're diving onto each other's backlines. But yeah, here's the anti-dive. Great whip shot to just force the disengage, and there's one pick now onto the. Oh well, I was gonna say the DPS, but yeah, now everyone's just kind of falling after that.
Yeah, the Kiriko dive is much more all in. I'm not surprised they didn't commit a little bit harder. Both their backline were sitting on the high ground, on the opposite high ground, not in the enemy's high ground. It's a lineup that like has a lot more tempo. You don't really have a vulnerable backline. We saw that Ichi jumped the Sojourn. The Sojourn just slid away, but they weren't able to capitalize on their own aggression. Whereas like the Honor Brig is much greedier, but like less mobile, but a lot sturdier.
Woo! Quick pick here, and you might just need to call it a day here. No, looks like for now Stingray kind of sticking around. Does have the bubble cooldown to keep him up. But yeah, the Penn State's gonna kind of just wait a little bit for the numbers to turn back to even. But all this time, we're able to farm some ultimates here, and there's another pick.
Yeah, what a great boot from Daleth to keep the monkey off the high ground as well. Yeah. Not able to commit, the Kiriko not following the monkey either. This monkey getting hit with all the honor cooldowns.
This looks a little bit disjointed here from Penn State. Talk about how this comp is all in. I don't know how all in that looked. Especially, I mean, granted, the Sojourn did go down early, but that's still, the sides are kind of split here with the support line just getting completely caught out with everyone else going to dive.
Yeah, they just really want to 3-2-1 this, and UW's just not letting them do it. This Tracer's constantly starting the fight a little bit early, causing a bit of chaos right as they want to go in. Right, so they're going to jump now, and then immediately there's just pressure on their back.
No jump cooldown. Everyone's on the high ground for now. Good kiting for now, but now the Sojourn's in a lot of trouble, and yeah. Okay. Okay, we do a little bit of trolling here, but here's the beat, presumably with Primal here, but yeah, Primal's up, Kiriko's down, and this backline from UW kind of just feels invulnerable.
That's the Brig Honor for you. If you're not able to outnumber them or overpower them with like high damage ultimates, they sort of sustain through everything. There they used the rally, they had all the health in the world, they have the Honor Nade, the sleep. It's just so hard to break into it.
Yeah. That's just a huge support value here, and Penn State does not have a lot in the tank here. Realistically, you don't even build anything other than a pulse bomb, but cleanse to follow. But you don't build anything other than the pulse bomb with this amount of time remaining.
Yeah, they're gonna have to really play the map really well here because they don't really have a lot of other choices.
Oh, but that's a big starting pick here. And here comes the Sojourn ultimate. And speaking of high damage ultimates, yeah, Sojourn ult does qualify for that.
Yeah, Sneaky was playing a bit with fire there for his poke. He was constantly low and not willing to just fully back off to reset his rail.
Yeah. And there's not really much ability for UW to recontest this. And just in the nick of time, Penn State is going to be able to cap first and move on to streaks.
Alright, this is another great point for the Honor Brig on defense. Very, very hard to crack this backline.
Yeah, this high ground play is going to be really impressive, and you can count on Dallas hitting the whip shots when necessary as well. There's one right there, and it's going to be so hard for this, as sometimes it feels like this dive comp is also a bit of a poke comp at the same time, and oh, there's a pick. 2 picks now, so yeah, Penn State is nice cleanse to make the pulse bomb fall off, but it's gonna be for naught here, and yeah, Penn State's gonna be forced back here, and I'm looking at the nano for Karen doing a lot of serious work here in this next fight.
Yeah, committing a little too hard from Penn State. They still had the Tracer on cart. They were sort of split. They weren't all on the high ground. They weren't all fighting on the high ground, and therefore it was really difficult for them to like just mathematically out damage UW on the high ground.
Yeah, and you can see Penn State want to challenge this high ground so badly, but they're finding it really difficult to do so. Actually no, Ana gets a little bit abandoned. No, she's fine, but it's going to have to sacrifice the high ground here. Primal comes out, and so Ichi stays alive. A good sleep start, but both sides are able to sustain through the ultimate so far, and yeah, rally here, but no high ground. Rally's gonna come out and make sure the backline stays alive, but Stingray falling
time
a
to
little
fall.
low. And nope. Yep. There's a pick on the low support and on Stingray as well. And although Penn State was able to eventually evict UW off the high ground, they came at a huge cost. And oh, that's a late kill.
Great recognition from UW that they were off the high ground, but they had the rally, so they could just brawl on point. Not a lot of great answers for the Penn State team. The only option really was to disengage with the Lucio speed, but they weren't able to get away in time, and they were able to find kills.
Right. But now we're at a situation where UW doesn't have any ultimates right now, and we do have a duplicate soon, and overload here ready to not overload, overclock. Sorry. But oh, looks like none of that matters, as none of those ultimates even get popped with kills going in favor of UW again. Oh, I take that back. This is a big commit, but yeah. All
it is
those
last fight.
armor packs. Oh, it's last fight. Oh, didn't even see that, but yeah.
Neither did I.
Beats here to keep everyone up here, and the wick has started burning here. But what's left in the tank? They just burned all the ultimates in. Okay, maybe they get this monkey kill? Not even. Gets to jump just in time, and now they're really out of gas here, and Ishin's gonna even have to primal so he can't get picked. Wow.
Yeah,
huge messy fight at the end.
Yeah, UW just putting on so much pressure before the fight even starts. They're not able to find good opportunities to use their ults, and they're trying to hold on to them for the actual right moment, and they're getting picked instead.
Yeah, great denial, great playing from knowing that when you're at an ultimate disadvantage, you can't allow them to engage onto you. So huge props to the ult tracking there, playing proactive. And then when the ults finally did come out, they were at less than ideal moments. So you know that you can withstand the ultimate pressure. So great knowledge of just general macro awareness from UW, as UW is going to take that 2-0 very convincingly.
Yeah, that puts them at, I believe, 4-1.
4-1? I don't know. Sounds about right to me, given how this UW team is looking, and so hopefully we're gonna see a lot of great Overwatch from them in the future. For now, though, I believe that is all that we have today. So congrats to UW on winning the match against Penn State, and thank you for joining us on this live cast on UW Esports today. Thank you for hanging out with us, with me, and with Typo. You want to say anything as we head out?
I think we have another series.
Oh, do we have another series? I thought we only had one. Did we? Did we only have one? I was told that I thought we were told that we only had one. Did we have another production? Okay. Okay, production tells me that I've been bamboozled and we actually do have another series. So yeah, just ignore everything I said, and production, who's our opponent? We're figuring it out. Awesome.
I hope that last team we played was we casted was actually Penn State. That's not our upcoming match. Okay.
Not this is I think this is what you call NA production, right?
Yep. Very professional.
Very professional. Why don't we toss ourselves to a break while we get this sorted out, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side. Alright, welcome back. Well, we got everything sorted on our end. Sorry for the long break, but yes, we do have another match today against WSU Green. That's gonna be an exciting match, I'm sure. So, why don't we just hop right into it here?
Yeah, looks like we've got a Doom Genji Echo comp, so sort of dive, but also a good amount of poke. Coming against a Ryan Widow of all comps.
Ryan Widow is certainly a choice, but you know, brawl and I don't know what the idea is, but sure. As they go for the dive on the Widow, and yeah, that's actually kind of a problem here.
Dies.
Yeah, maybe they weren't quite expecting this particular
Well, Genji's potatoing.
potatoing. It's a huge pull though. And the Genji's gonna be a little weak here, but yeah, they swap off to Tracer real quick after that dive, and now this top maybe makes a little bit more sense, but yeah, WSU is going to kind of be swarming like flies here, but oh, that is those are some flips that you kind of just take to the face, and the Echo goes down, and everyone else is gonna follow quickly after. So despite an early good dive, WSU is going to kind of fall over here after the Tracer swap.
Yeah, something we're
Already
gonna
has
see a
flip
lot.
bomb.
Yeah, something we're gonna see a lot of here is the the Ryan boosted to the high ground as well. Is the two supports playing split so they can help each other individually. The Weaver, of course, is almost undiveable half the time. But this Ryan is going to have so many resources they cannot play front to back on the side of WSU Green.
Right. Well, you have to feel that to some extent you have to force out pull and then go for the Ana or something of that nature. As big sleep dart and the pick on the support, and that's WSU is gonna have a fair amount of trouble just tanking all of this brawl damage, especially as you feel that their comp is specifically designed. Well, okay, maybe it's a Reaper more so now.
I don't agree with this Reaper. I think the problem with leading into this is that they're playing even more into the Reinhardt, who has all of the resources. And I don't think this Ryan can die. He has to really mess up.
Well, but there's the Ana pick, and now maybe the Reinhardt is a lot more vulnerable now, especially without Tree. But there's the pick on the pin of all things, and just like that, it doesn't quite matter, and that's a devastating wall.
Yeah, what a great wall. But the Ryan, he has so much license to play aggressive with this Life Weaver pull, and there's virtually nothing they can do about it. And with this Weaver, this Reaper, it's even harder to get to the backline now and pressure out this Weaver pull before the fight starts. So this Ryan is literally in their spawn, and they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, great idea on this Life Weaver on a composition, and it's gonna be really hard. Noises almost dies there, but does stay alive with some great support. And now the dive is gonna come in on oh! Well,
And
so much for Nano Blade, or not Nano Blade, but like, you know what I mean. And yeah, that's a devastating sleep dart, and yeah, this backline's just completely untouchable here. And WSU, yeah, gonna be able to deal with wall climbing Curie with no problem here.
Another sleep.
Insult to injury, just sleep again.
Yeah, major issue with the Ryan comp is that normally the Ryan is the one who has to force the issue, and so Lucio is almost a requirement with for these comps. But as soon as they got rid of Widow as a target, and they were playing this like this Doom Reaper, there's really not great ways in, so they kind of have to go in on the Ryan, and then the Ryan just is invincible.
Yeah. Right now, we're looking at possibly a Malga composition, and I'll be honest, am I being trolled? Am I being trolled? I won't say anything until they come out of spawn, I suppose, but this might be...
It looks like WSU Green, though, is thinking this of a Torpure. We saw this last week as well, where they ran out of answers for the Tracer and just started running anything that had a relatively good matchup against the Tracer. Doesn't really solve the Tracer problem, though.
Doesn't kill. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't quite solve it, and The Zen might actually be a bit of a liability against this particular composition, actually.
Yeah, they're running a very greedy backline on UW.
Yeah. What did I say?
Immediately punished.
Immediately punished it. Yeah, I'd imagine they don't stay on the Zen against this composition.
I mean, knowing Daylith.
Here
he is again.
He's just gonna dip them, I suppose. But there's the Bastion pick, and this dive composition is gonna do really well against the composition that UW are running now. That being said, they do pick off one of the two healers here, so this is gonna be a little difficult. And Noxian's gonna find it difficult to go in the current moment. And yeah, for now, WSU. Oh, but the Torb goes down. I wasn't gonna say they're doing a pretty good job here, but they get several good picks here. The Illium goes down again, and WSU is gonna be able to contest this point, but the Bastion's gonna do a bit of work here. They're gonna retake. And yeah, there's a Mercy swap. Interesting. You have to feel the Mercy is still somewhat vulnerable to these dives that WSU are gonna run, right?
Yeah, it's better than Zen, assuming that they can find Zen. A lot of Zen's best defense in these situations is just hiding, I'll be honest. But yeah, there's a lot of just potential targets for WSU Green here.
Noxian gets out of that one without being punished, and there's a takedown, and yeah, for all the talk that we've been putting in about like WSU's dive, you can't negotiate that UW dive is almost equally as good in that particular scenario with the ball slam and tracer.
Yeah, this ball tracer has had almost free reign over the backline, even when their backline is crumbling around behind them with these random heroes. They've been able to do pretty much whatever they've wanted in the enemy team's backline.
Alright, I want to ask you a question here. Stick or no stick?
Stick. I'm a believer.
You're gonna believe
Young
it?
Here he goes. Any second now. Any second.
Any second.
Any second.
Any second. Any second. Almost dies. Still thinking about it. Doesn't go for it. Probably doesn't need it now because now that Reese has gone down. So gonna opt to hold it here.
Just play the game. He can't afford to not ult.
He can't afford to not ult. You just gotta toss the kitchen sink at them at this point, right?
It's okay. We're just predicting for the next fight.
I see. Yeah. I was even saying early Bastion ult, toss the kitchen sink
and the spawn mines.
And the mines in spawn, sure. Yeah, and Drumda is gonna try to get the point touch here. Surely now we use full spawn, right? Oh, that's the early kill. And he's gonna keep everyone up here. And now all the ults are coming in, but it might already be. Never mind. Full spawn doesn't even come out as a few picks are coming in the way of WSU. But that does come at the cost of a bunch of ults.
They do not.
Kiri's so low, but manages to stay up, and they can't kill the ball. They just
they
can't
don't
kill
have the
him.
heroes. It's just not gonna happen.
Pulsar comes out, doesn't find a target, but this stall is incredible. There's just nothing that can be done about it. Yes, the meteor strike does come down onto the support.
Well, they almost C9.
Res comes in though, and Warland's back to full strength. And the trades, I think, are starting to go in the way of UW all over again, and oh my word.
Yeah, they do not have the heroes to kill the ball.
Yeah, sounds about right. The ball just gets free stalled there. And there's nothing that WSU were able to do about it, and that's it gave time for UW just come back.
That's one of those moments
Rough way
that
to go out.
Yeah, that's one of those moments that makes people go back to the hero select to pick Sombra as soon as they see a ball,
Yeah. I'll admit I'm that person. I play Sombra. I admit.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta punish the ball player,
Yeah. Just can't let them roll in circles at some point. Some point you have to say, yeah, we need to be able to kill the ball, and what is this?
It appears they have decided to run the Daylith Monkey and the Ichi Junkrat. And the Noixon's Kiri, actually. We've done a full roll swap on
this is like a spawn hold, is it not?
It is.
That's really...
Oh. It's already going really well, as we can see.
That's an ambitious pull. I don't think Ichi's getting out of this one alive, I'm afraid.
Oh, he almost got the one shot. Oh, he got him!
There's no way he even got one. That's incredible. And Andromeda and 6 actually. Wait a second. They're still holding really aggressive, even down one, and with the pick gonna come back really soon. And yeah, UW probably correctly decides to back out of this for the time being. Great shot though. And there's a pick, and now the carry tried to jump out, but gets tracked down here. This is gonna be just some standard cleanup from UW. What do you think about the quality of these pulls?
Top tier. Honestly, Sneaky is the best weave I've ever seen.
Top tier? Sounds about right to me. You heard it here first, folks.
Yep.
That being said,
as a support player, I can confirm that these are the best pulls I've ever seen. Oh, got a great power as well. Unbelievable. Sneaky is carrying this game.
Incredible. Incredible support play has. We got the monkey ult. I mean, they're all stuck in a corner. They're just gonna get battered around here. Not much to do.
Sneaky is just on another plane.
Wait a second. We do got some pick trading here, and this is actually a little dangerous. You know, that pull may not be so troll. For once. I mean, what am I saying? None of these were troll to begin with, right?
Yeah. He's just on another plane.
Yeah. We just don't know how to explain it to all the folks back at home.
Yeah.
Now, Dale is gonna come back a
the Reaper
little
kills
bit.
the Widow somehow.
Yeah, that's actually kind of
Brought
big.
up the hog for bringing out all the counters. All the monkey counters.
Yeah, all the monkey counters in the world. Plus comes in to keep the Reaper up, and yeah, now it should be ambitious tire.
WSU seems to have mistakenly believed that the Dayless is the problem here instead of the sneaky Lifeweaver, and they're switching all their heroes to counter it.
Yeah, well, I mean, to their credit, for now it's working. Great pull in to make sure that the carry stays alive there, and they're not going to be able to contest the point again. Yeah, what do you feel about running the monkey here? Like, it feels like it's going to be really challenging to get good engages now.
Yeah, with this kind of comp, you can still keep playing the monkey. It's just obviously a lot more of like pulling attention, trying not to die, and your value is more the fact that they're on a really, really bad comp just to counter you. And
yeah, well, here's the Fair Mercy. See, here's the Fair, which is probably going to be the answer to no. Oh, well, the dive was going to come in, but there's no one to dive there because they just died to a headshot. And now we get this kind of a more aggressive play that you can do now that you have a man advantage here. Dayless is gonna get out with their life here.
Yeah, no answers to this farmer's speed.
Yeah, no answers to the farmer's team, whatever. Just as complete free reign. The tank's gonna go down here, and with no hog, yeah, you can be aggressive once more on the monkey.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you swap your whole comp to deal with the monkey, is you can have relatively simple swaps that sort of just deal with anything you can do.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're not going to swap at all. I'm really surprised. No Diva or anything.
Yeah.
I feel like Diva's the simplest solution to solve all these issues. It's still a good favorable matchup to the monkey, and it addresses the pharmacy.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well, right now we're looking at a pretty aggressively placed monkey, although you can't always jump out, and you also have Primal, so there's no real danger here. Now this is an interesting split play. I don't know how UW is going to capitalize on anything here, but Primal does come out, and we're looking for a character to just pop ahead here, I suppose. Not quite.
Yeah, a bit forced. Cost has been ult, but
And there's a trade on the far ult. Probably can't res that, although given how UW is playing, who knows?
oh,
And yeah, maybe it's a little too aggressive for UW's own good here.
they still managed to bait out 2 separate ults from WSU Green though. They used a bunch of the old ults as well, but
Yeah.
it looks like they were planning on swapping anyways.
There's the Malga.
Yeah,
What
the
do you
Malga
think
Hog
about
matchup.
I have to admit, I don't have a lot of experience with Malga. It's just too new. There's a pick though.
Yeah, he shreds heroes that don't have any way of like shielding him. or negating his damage. So again, into this this hog, he's gonna have like a really good time. He's just only gonna shoot this hog for like until the hog dies, basically like that.
Yeah, seems about right.
Yeah, one of the terrors of Mauga is one of the best answers to Mauga is your own Mauga, and you just sit there shooting each other and life stealing, and nothing happens.
Yeah,
but against the hog just dies. And so yeah, we already see the Mauga switch.
Yep. We prepare for some very exciting Mauga and Mauga gameplay, I suppose. But we do have the sights here, which are going to slow things down a little bit as you're pretty disincentivized from peeking in the current moment. As what is this
jump
tag?
He
I
made
have
the
not
jump.
seen that before.
There's the
That's
lineups.
insane. He knows the lineup, then that's some tech right there. But there is car progress being going that, you know, you can't quite just ignore that. And now here comes the Mauga shooting each other.
Gameplay.
Gameplay.
Yes, gameplay.
Oh, but the Bastion. Speed's not gonna help you survive against that, and this should be UW being able to hold here with only 5 seconds on the clock. Not much to do here. That's not even moving. That's rude.
Oh.
A little bit.
Oh, but he's back. He's
back.
just trying to give sneaky value on his res.
Right. Makes sense to me.
Can't let that res stay on cooldown, you know?
0 to 1. Switching sides.
So,
And,
this looks like a pretty winnable round for UW, given that, you know, Streets okay, I take that back. Streets can be kind of interesting at times with all of the high ground, but UW has been pretty aggressive, let's say.
yeah. In their spawn, a lot. Let's just say.
I don't know, do you consider spawn holding aggressive playstyle?
It can be if it looks like it's, like, intended or organized. And in that case, they were just kind of putting people in their spawn and hiding them. Which isn't, like, a bad thing to do. But then the people in the spawn were, like, taking the fight 1 versus or 2 versus 5. And that's just not good. But
You don't believe in our UW players to win 2v5s?
I mean, I've seen them win these, but I haven't seen them win all of these, you know?
Okay, that's fair enough based comment. So yeah, we do have the best Lifeweaver NA back out here. So
Oh, no, he's now the best Lucio.
oh, they swapped it up here a little bit.
Yeah.
They pulled a fast one on me. Oh, sorry. So now we have the second best Lifeweaver out here.
Yep. We got the Dayleth Ball as well.
And Widow doesn't find the shot immediately, but we see that there's a lot of emphasis on this poke here for WSU, but it
UW's
seems
already in the map now.
that the ball's just gonna be able to kind of bypass it. And what is this poke going to do about point contest? Well, pick someone, I suppose. Makes sense given it's a poke composition. And actually it's working out pretty well. Interesting places to die, let's see. Good pull though.
Yeah, they're just looking to shoot people before they go in. They're running like not really a dive comp. It's also a similar comp from UW in terms of poke, except they have this Lucio as well, and this
Oh
Symmetra.
wow, Sneaky gets that? That's crazy.
We're talking to the best Lucio in NA.
Best Lucio NA, and wow, the dive comp just goes in, picks off a few. Yeah, there's a headshot as well, and yeah, the dive surprisingly worked out there, even though it felt, I don't know, that felt a little disorganized. But hey, if it works, I suppose.
They definitely made it very messy, and in a situation where they're like, one comp is better at poking than the other, in terms of just like raw numbers, you're gonna end up in situations where that favors the comp that makes it messier, as opposed to the poke comp, because poke comp needs to direct fire together, and also they have a Widow, so Widow just loves messiness.
Yeah. Now we do have the Diva probably to some measure against Widow, not entirely sure, but it's certainly not good against the Symmetra.
Yeah, it's also not that great against Widow either. It's not able to fully jump on the Widow, but it looks like their Torb of all people is able to find the Widow.
Well, did you know that Torb is a Widow counter? Did you know that?
I didn't. I've learned something new today.
Learn something new today. There we go. You can always learn something new. Now, the dive's gonna come in and Andromeda's gonna get themselves caught here, but there's a Symmetric TPing into the background and gets, wait, not quite, almost gets out. And the mines now come out in the spawn, but yeah, Widow still has free reign here, and Pixar probably just dies here.
Oh, he wins the Lucio 1 versus 1. Dominance asserted.
Dominance asserted, and point is almost here. Here's the molten core all over the point, but yeah, they're gonna be able to sustain third with the beat, and Andromeda goes down. There's a counter beat, but it's a little too late to save Andromeda, and the beat health is already all gone. The Symmetric is dealing so much damage with the wall as well. Yep, nothing to do there. And yeah, interesting gameplay.
Yeah, they just made it so messy. UW probably better on a mechanical level, and they were able to just win all their ones, and that's all you need sometimes.
That's all you need sometimes, and we've also discovered our two best life weavers in the NA.
Yeah, I don't even know why they're not always on Lifeweaver.
Now,
What is the team doing, honestly?
yeah, sounds about right. Well, congrats to UW for winning both games, and correct me if I'm wrong, production, but I'm pretty sure that's all the games that we have actually this time. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us for real this time and for hanging out on our stream. Make sure to check out our UW socials, UW Esports on most of them. On YouTube, we are UW Esports. And then if you're a UW student, make sure to check us out. We have a lot of really cool opportunities. Specifically, Overwatch might be looking for a new caster soon. Wink, wink, wink. Anything you want to say before we head out?
No.
Oh yeah, we also production's reminding us. We also have one other quick thing that for all you UW students out there, we got some fun things coming up on. I think it was is April 26th. April 26th. Production on the backseat is guiding me a little through this one, admittedly. We got a spring carnival. Make sure to show up at the hub. Hopefully, we'll see you there.
And thanks so much, production.
It began with 3 pillars, the foundation for UW Esports, pushing ourselves to greater heights.
Community.
Career.
Competition.
Oh yeah. Reminds me of Toronto Defiant Yakpung. Reminiscent of that, of just juggling everyone into the corner there.
Maybe that'll be the game changer here for UW.
Maybe. Oh my goodness! What an angle by Wizard!
Wow. What a shot.
It was just